Well, howdy folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, making another video for you out of Boise, Idaho. This is going to be another one of those question and answer videos that I'd like to try to make for everybody at least once a week. If things continue to go the way they're going, I'll start making them maybe twice a week, and maybe eventually I'll do a live segment every Friday night for 30 minutes where you can come on and ask me questions and I can answer them for you and all that other good stuff. So let me give you a little bit of background. I have, golly, 18, 19 years experience in the automotive repair industry. The majority of that experience is all hands-on. I started running oil in a dealership when I was 18, and I just kept on from there, never stopped at this point. I've been into just about everything and anything, from Ferrari to Ford to Toyota to Nissan to BMW to Mercedes. I've been into all kinds of engines, seen all kinds of stuff, repaired all kinds of stuff, diagnosed all kinds of stuff. So there's just some quick background information on myself. I also get into marine, jet skis, boats, outboard motors, more outboards than inboards, small engines, lawnmowers, just all kinds of different stuff. And my philosophy in life has always remained teachable, so I surround myself with engineers and all kinds of different people that are nowadays that are retired. I love hanging out with these guys, drinking coffee, learning from them as I go. So if there's a question that I can't answer, I can at least find the answer for you. So let's go ahead and get started here. And I'm just going to start going down the list here and answering as many questions as I can. I've got one from Doug Smith here who says, on my Toyota 4.0 liter timing cover, I've got one here that says, great set of videos. I will be digging into my 06 Tacoma soon and have a question. I have 260,000 miles on it. Is there anything else I should replace or do any maintenance on? Why have it torn down that far? I only want to do this once. So I'm guessing, Doug, that you're pulling the timing cover off to reseal it on your Tacoma, and you, just as you said, is there anything else I should replace or do any maintenance on? For the amount of work that you're going to be doing and the amount of money that you're going to be spending, both in time and parts, with 260,000 miles, it would make sense to go ahead and change out the timing chain and the tensioners and all that other good stuff that's inside of there. If you need any help on changing that out, or if you need to know how to set top dead center or how to reinstall your chain and line up the marks, shoot me another comment on here. If we need to, we can exchange emails, exchange phone numbers. I can help walk you through some of those processes. But yeah, go ahead and change out the timing chain and all the tensioners and everything associated with it, since you're going to go ahead and be inside of there. So there's your answer on that one. Thanks, Doug Smith, for hanging out and watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's see. So on my Chrysler 2.7 liter misfire video, Chris Hale says, thanks for the vid, Matt. I have the same engine, and for the past week I've had a P0204 injector circuit error, and now today I have multiple misfires. What do you think I should check first? Misfire code 300, and he's got something here, a link or something to some pictures here. Let's take a look. I think it's like an Instagram or something that he has here. Waiting on this computer to upload. The computer doesn't want to wake up this morning. Here we go. Misfire code 300 by C. Hale. Okay, so we've got, just to kind of show you here what he's posted, we've got a P0300 random cylinder misfire, cylinder 3 misfire, cylinder 6 misfire, and an ejector circuit cylinder 4, ejector circuit cylinder 6. Now these are pending, these are current faults. So what this is going to mean is these are hard codes that the misfire has happened longer than 15 seconds, so the computer has stored it. These are what we call soft codes, meaning it happened in a matter of a split second. So he wants to know what to check first. I would go ahead and check those injectors first. And let me pause it here real quick, grab some tools so I can show you what I would use to check those injectors. Okay, so we've got a multimeter here, and what you would use the multimeter for, I've got a fuel injector just to give you an example. So what you want to check is for resistance inside of, or continuity inside of a fuel injector. You can do this with the fuel injector still attached to the car. You just got to unplug it, and you got to be able to get in there with your 2 leads. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your multimeter to 200 ohms. That's going to be the lowest setting. And then you're going to want to test the positive and negative side by touching your leads, just like that. And it's going to be hard to do one-handed. And then you're going to want to check your reading. And it's going to be different for all different makes and manufacturers. You're probably going to want to be within 5 ohms of your fuel injector. So if you have a fuel injector and you test it, one that you know is good, let's say it reads 20 ohms. Well, then you're going to want every other fuel injector to be within 5 ohms of that 20 ohms on that good fuel injector. If you have one that has no reading or has a 1 or just zeros, then that's going to tell you that the fuel injector is bad and it needs to be changed out. So that's how you can test a fuel injector. Now then, it might not be a fuel injector though. It could be the connection to the fuel injector. And so you can go and rent you a set of these. These are Noid lights, and these plug in to your fuel injector connector, and they will light and flash as you start your car, and that'll let you know if you're getting a good signal to your fuel injector. You can also use your multimeter to do the same thing by setting it to 20 DC volts, and then sticking the leads on the positive and negative. And different makes and models, you're going to want a different reading. Some are going to be 5 DC volts, some are going to be 12 DC volts, but you're going to want a reading within 5 to 12 DC volts on the fuel injector connector. So again, if you've got a P0204 injector circuit error and multiple misfires, I would first go to cylinder 6 and cylinder, let's see, here we are. Cylinder 3 misfire detected and cylinder 6 misfire detected. I would suspect that's where you're going to find your funky fuel injectors at. And so I would go ahead and check those 2 first before I mess with the random multiple cylinder misfire. So go ahead and check cylinder 3 and cylinder 6 fuel injectors. Make sure they're good. And then go ahead and check the connectors. Make sure you've got electricity flowing through there, power flowing to and from your injector, and all that other good stuff. If you need any more help on that, just continue to comment. And best case scenario, we exchange emails, exchange phone numbers, and I can walk you through this stuff over the phone. So thanks, Chris Hale, for commenting and asking questions, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. So let's go on to another one here. This is on my 2005 Nissan Sentra instrument cluster diagnosis video. This is from Sunny D. Sunny D says, just got an 02 Sentra SER Spec V. Is it normal for reverse to grind here and there? I'm planning to get it all checked out, but don't know anyone that knows what they're talking about, nor do I want to get ripped off. I don't blame you, nobody likes getting ripped off. Also, it leaks oil, I'm assuming. Doesn't leak much, but also feels like it's a lot sometimes. Anxious to get it running soon. Okay, no, it is not normal for anything to be grinding in reverse. So I would definitely have that transmission checked. See if you can get it serviced, which means removing the pan, replacing the inner filter, but I don't think that's going to have a serviceable transmission. 1 second and I'll find out that answer for you. Alright, Sunny D, so as you know, I actually service and work on Nissan. I just wanted to go outside. I've got a 2005 Sentra Type R Spec V that I'm rebuilding now. I just wanted to go and stick my head underneath there and take a peek at the transmission. And as I suspected, the transmission on that Nissan is not serviceable. The only thing you can do to technically service it is to drain the oil and replace it. If it's grinding every now and then in reverse, then just off the top of my head without looking at it or listening to it, I would suspect that there's some bearings internally in there that are starting to go bad. and that's what the grinding is from. There is a good chance though that it could just be the clutch, it could be the throwout bearing, but then again, if it was something like that, I would think it would have a problem going into all gears. So you might want to keep an eye on that and possibly consider maybe putting a used transmission in it. I say drive it till the wheels fall off. Drive it until it constantly grinds or won't go into reverse anymore. And then when that happens, go ahead and find you a good used transmission. I think you can pick up a used transmission for a Nissan for about $700. So appreciate you, Sunny D, for commenting and watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's look at something else here. Let's see, Justin Eaton on my Yamaha Bear Tracker, which is an ATV timing job that I did. He asked, could I have set my timing off if marks all lined up? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, but I think I understand. Could I have set my timing mark off? Could I have set my timing off if marks are all lined up? So yes, you could have. So if you have two timing gears, one up top, one on the bottom, and a tensioner, and before you install your chain and your tensioner, you install those gears and you line up the marks, then you install your chain and you line up those marks, then you install your tensioner. What can happen is your tensioner, as it puts tension on it, can knock them off, can turn everything a little to the left or to the right, whatever direction you're going, and then you're actually not at TDC anymore upon startup. You're actually a tooth off, one or two teeth off. I've done it before. I've done a lot of timing jobs on cars, on ATVs and stuff like that. And so sometimes you got to offset the timing marks just a little bit, so that way when you install your tensioner and you let that tensioner go and it puts that pressure on that chain, then everything will line up together. So yes, it's possible that although you lined everything up, something could be off in there. I've done it before. It happens. So there you go. I appreciate you, Justin Eaton, for hanging out and watching my videos. And here's one. So not only do I work on automobiles and ATVs and jet skis and lawnmowers and all kinds of different stuff, I also diagnose and repair electronics, and mainly your flat screen TVs and video game consoles. So I've got one on my flat screen TV repair, how to repair a blank flat screen TV where the sound works, everything else works, but you have no picture. And so this person, I can't pronounce your name, I apologize, says, hello Matt, how much is the percentage to be the T-Con board or the main board? Do I have a good chance to get it well again if I change them? I have light, black screen with sound, same like your explanation, and I have checked the LED lights, they all work well. Do I venture and order them? Because you know they are not so cheap. Thank you in advance. They're not so cheap. I'm not real sure what you mean by they're not so cheap. Let me know what type of TV you have, the make and model. I can find T-Con boards and main motherboards for flat screen TVs for as cheap as like $25 for each board. So $50 for both boards. Most of the time though, if the only symptoms you have are no picture but everything else works well, then go ahead and change out your T-Con board. Your main board holds other components and stuff on it, and so a lot of times if you have a main board issue, you're going to see multiple problems like no light, no sound, TV doesn't want to stay on, stuff like that. So the percentage, I can't give you like a percentage of what it could be or what it could not be, but most of the times you just keep in mind that the main board has different components on it. It controls your volume, it controls your picture, it controls all that stuff. So if you only have one symptom and that's no picture and everything else is working correctly, then it could be your T-Con board. And so on this one, I probably suggest maybe picking up a T-Con board. But if you do some research and take some time and do some shopping, you can find a T-Con board and a main board for a flat screen pretty cheap nowadays. So there you go. There's your answer. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see what other questions I can take here. And I think I might be all caught up with the questions here. It looks like, here's one under Brian YouTube. Ford 5.0 liter camshaft removal. I hate 5.4 liter Triton engines. They're a beast and a monster to work on. I hate working on them. I know how to. I've gotten to the point, honestly, though, to where if somebody comes in with a Triton that has a clicking, clacking sound, and it's going to be more than a cam phaser, I try to talk them out of the job, because it's a ton of money and a ton of work. But this person asked me, anyone know if you can buy new cam caps? I just tore my 5.4 apart, and the camshafts are pretty scratched up along with the cam caps, but the heads don't look too bad. I'd buy new camshaft, but what's the point if the cam caps are bad too? Yes, don't replace camshafts if the cam caps are all scratched and boogered up. Go ahead and replace both camshafts and cam caps. And when it comes to the Ford 5.0 liter Triton engine, do not skimp. Go to the dealership and buy dealer parts only. You will be sorry if you did not. I've got more people that have replaced camshafts, cam caps, have replaced timing phasers, timing chains. They bought stuff off the internet, and a year later or less, they're having to go back in there and replace the stuff again. So when it comes to the picky 5.4 liter engine, go ahead and just buy everything from the dealership. And that looks like that's going to wrap up the questions for today. So I hope everybody got your questions answered the way you wanted them. If not, just get back with me and I can explain things in further detail. I also have access to all kinds of computer information and stuff through AllData and a few other computer programs that I use to look up factory specifications. So there's things that I can look up, diagrams I can send you. You won't have to spend all that time doing research. I know where to go. I know what to look for. So just get a hold of me and I'll be more than happy to help you out. So guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. I think I'm at 1,800 subscribers now and counting. I'm real excited about that. 1,819 subscribers. Thank you, subscribers, for supporting me and helping me out. I really hope to build this channel up to the point to where it can just pay the bills, take care of my wife and 4 kids, while I help you guys do it yourself, save money and all that other good stuff. I've decided that I'm not gonna go for a commercial shop. I would like to see if I can go ahead and build YouTube into a business and a career and just capitalize off of that. So I'm real excited to get this ball rolling and moving forward, and you guys can hang out with me on YouTube, watch me grow. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll move out of my garage and build a shop on the back of my property back here and just shoot videos from there. I am working towards getting better cameras, camera stand and stuff like that, and I'm starting to self-educate and learn how to do video editing so I can do my own video editing and make you guys some really cool videos and stuff like that. So okay, everybody, well, it was great talking to you. Please keep the questions coming. I'll do my best to answer them for you. This is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. I am signing off.